never know peace, bro. Pablo, it's chaos today for sure. If you see the Vine boom in the what is this called? This part of FL called, I don't know. If you see the Vine boom there, you know it's chaos today. I'm trying to see if Big made something in FL yet. Can I go 5 minutes without a click or a pop? What's good? Tim, Pablo, McFly, AK Beats, Andrew, already in here with a beat. Fire, what's good? We about to get started pretty soon. Hello from Brazil. What's good, Zero? Let me see. Andrew, let me find the beat that you sent. Got it ready. Fire. Can you guys see and hear normally? Because YouTube is saying that it's not good right now. YouTube is not receiving enough video for smooth streaming, so viewers will experience buffering. Is that true? See Payne in the building, the Ableton user. I'm just trying to figure out if this is actually working or not, so we could get started. Seems okay. Okay, good. Alright, we get started. Shout out to C Payne. Shout out to Awesome Sauce Boss. Thank you for letting me know. The very first person who's going, I don't know. Very first person who's going today is Crash One, who had previously skipped the line before the stream even started. So let's see if we can start off with a good beat. I agree with Pablo, like you built it up a lot in the intro, but the drums didn't hit the way that they need to, like he said. You just gotta turn them up, really. Like the kick is just really soft sounding. See how like the piano comes in like heavy, but then the drums are much quieter than the piano before. So you want to match that energy. Yeah, like like same thing with the instruments. It's really just mixing work. Like the violin is dope. Great sample choice. It's just really low in comparison with the piano, which is like blowing out the rest of the beat. Alright, something needs to... Like, there's got to be something going on here. Let's see what happens. Test. Nope, not that. Yeah, there's a lot of energy. You just need some mixing work. It'll be a lot better. Shout out to Crash One though. Let me see. We got Andrew up next. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. Saw you in the super chat before. Forgot to take my meds idea. Alright, let's see. Frenchie in the building. How long is the list? Like 60 beats right now. We started yesterday. I'm trying to figure out if there's a bass. I feel like I could just barely hear it. Yeah, you hear the little bit of sub bass. We put an EQ and really examined it. There's just barely a sub bass in there. I would turn that up a lot. It's an Angry Birds type beat. That's a good one. Lux Decoy. Okay, maybe we solved the click problem finally. It is absolutely an Angry Birds type beat, but like in a good way. My main thing is turn that sub bass way up. I could hear that you have the pattern in there. You just gotta, it's like almost invisible audibly. Sounds really cool though, like a totally different style than what you normally send, and which is dope. So shout out to Andrew. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. And yeah, keep on experimenting with different styles and stuff. That was dope. Alright, next up. We have Mr. Cancelled in the building. Oh, this is Pablo, this is that one beat. Where did you get those chords from? I think I actually got rid of the clicks and pops for a second. We might actually have a peaceful stream today. Yeah, no, he took the chords out of this. Sounds like a Chambers beat, except I would not have my sound selection sounding like this, bro. It sounds like a cross between a me type beat and Mario Kart. He didn't copy the chorus, he just moved it to D minor, right? I mean, yeah, the drums are dope. I would change the sound selection for sure, so it doesn't sound like it's Legend of Zelda type sounding. And maybe don't maybe don't steal people's. I mean, no, I see. I know you changed it a little bit. But yeah, the energy's there. Maybe change it up a little bit more. But nah, shout out to Tim though, because I used to do stuff like that. Like you hear a beat that you really like, and you try to recreate it just to see how it all works out. But yeah, no, we are gonna make fun of you for saying you moved from C minor to D minor though. It's a Command A shift down times 3 type beat. Oh, wait, no. See, he said there was a similar one that I did because I forgot that he actually like dead copied like bar for bar the other beat that I did. This is just another one that it's like his cousin. It's almost the same exact thing, but it's his second, third, maybe fourth time stealing exactly what I did. You could actually use the term bar for bar and mean it exactly. Shout out to Tim. I think we'll hear another one from him later on. I'm moving on. We got one from Savannah right here. And then I know I gotta get. Hold on, that doesn't have an email. Ben Goodman after that. Okay, got you. Let's see, this is Savannah Country. Did we not play this one yesterday? I forget. We did. No, I'm on the next one. This one, right? Yeah. Possibly this one. Whatever that bass thing is, I like it. It's like, I don't know what the heck. I wouldn't even call it an 808. It's like a hum sound. Let me turn the kick up. Uh-oh, Big is in here. After switching to Pablo. Bro, Pablo screenshot that. He said it's from Unthinkable Volume 2. That's in the top 10 for today already. I like the bounce, yeah, but the drums for sure could come up, especially the kick. It's got an unthinkable kick. Yeah, I really like the bass. I never heard one like that before. I think just some variation probably with that pattern could be cool. The 808, whatever it is. Big is crashing out about FL Studio right now. Yeah, I like all the variation that you have in the melody. I just would like to hear some more variation with the drums. Mainly with that 808 pattern, maybe some jumps or get out of the root note, try different pitches and stuff like that. You've been trying to turn it down. Nah, nah. Too distorted is like if we did. That's too distorted, and then a little bit too quiet is. It's that perfect in between like this. That's where you want to be for the most part. Bick, what are you struggling with? First of all, you bought signature bundle. Why would you do that? I can't tell you a single person who has FL Studio the signature bundle. Like, you could have just got producer edition. Oh wait, no, my fault. I said Ben was up right after that, and then Pablo. Pablo's getting skipped. Womp womp. This is Ben. Shout out to you for sending and skipping the line. This is another cool idea, but more mixing kind of stuff to work on. Like this time the drums could be louder and that pad sound just comes in a little bit loud. Or like reverse vocal is kind of loud. You just definitely want to try to find a way to add some more low end into the 808, like especially right here. I mean, I would probably go with Vitamin. Another top 10? Yeah, probably. Starting with Unthinkable. Unthinkable Volume 2 drum kit. I'm about to crash FL again. Big's complaining about FL and then is nowhere to be found. Oops. Alright, here we go. So turn up this part. And that will just give you some more body to the 808 so it doesn't sound as thin. Other than that, the kind of reverse vocal stuff is really cool. I just turn it down a little bit, add some more room for the drums so you can turn them up and fill up that 808 and you'll be good. Very creative melody though. What plugin was that? That was Vitamin. If you want to get it, let me know. I think it's on sale. Pretty sure it is still. There's a shout out to Benjamin in the chat. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. And for anyone wondering what the cue is, damn. All right, we have 75 beats in the email right now. Tim sent me a. I'll forward that to Pablo later. That's a crazy email, but. Yeah, 75 beats in the email right now. You can send right now and be added to the end of that list when I go one by one, or you can skip the line by sending $10 to my PayPal or Cash App, as you can see in the description of this live stream for all the instructions. Next up, only iconic drum sounds again. All right, I hope it's not a crime. See how this goes. Oh, I totally did skip Pablo again. That's so funny. Thanks for reminding me. Bro, this is a William beat, and it's actually not crazy distorted. Some interesting 808 choices, but for the most part, said, is it actually William? I guess so. It came from his email. Like the 808s and key and everything. I'm impressed. Except we get a little bit too busy with it at certain points. Yeah, like right there we get a little bit interesting. Underscore wait. Oh, that's WB. Skip to me. What do you mean? Is your name also Pablo? He's getting there. He just has to simplify the patterns. But like the mix is finally solid. Most of the 808s are in key. Just gotta solve the overcrowded problem. Shout out to William. Getting better and better. Alright. So here's Pablo. I'm not gonna play it, just kidding. That's not Pablo either. I'm really gonna Should I play this one? Pablo the one. This is like the complete opposite of what it was yesterday when it was like 104 BPM but super slow, and now we got a super quick one. That is a big jump all the way to 151. Yeah, I miss the days when you would like play this and then JT would play something right back. You guys would just go back to back to back to back to back. Back in the day, and then you had to convince him to join the class because it made a lot more sense. Tim said less party. Shout out to Pablo. Pablo the 2 apparently. WB up next.
Boy Productions.
Put that in the top. he's obsessed with the like that lead synth. This is the third time in a row. Except this one is a lot better than the one from yesterday. Like a lot more simple and easier to comprehend. Yeah, for sure, big improvement from yesterday. What plugin is that, by the way, for that one instrument that you love to use? I think I would still change some of the sound selection like this. This one kind of sounds like a farm animal, a little, you know what I mean? I would probably change that to like a pad or something. Your drums are always solid. It's just the melodies and stuff. You figured out the overcrowding problem from yesterday. Much better today, but now the next thing is probably sound selection to focus on. What is that, a cow? Oh wow. I know they had cow emojis in the chat. And then Bella's in key, which is also solid. So yeah, just focus on sound selection. There is a sound selection class in the online class that I would definitely check it out. We got Deluxe Decoy up next. Beat called UFO. Trying to think. I think I would like a change with the snare. Like maybe like do 8 bars of that snare and then after that change it to a clap or something, because the snare is hitting. Like you don't want to overuse it. So like give us a break from it for like 8 or 16 bars and then bring it back when all the drums come back. Could be cool. The kick and the 808 is hitting for sure. Love what the hi-hats are doing, both the closed hat and the open hat with the rolls and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, like definitely in this verse like kind of area you could change it to a clap or just take it all out together and just leave the melody with no drums and then bring it back. Yeah, shout out to Deluxe Decoy. Thank you for sending. Click, 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 click. All right, next up. This would be so nice with like a nice sub bass under the kick. It's a Wilfred Cyrus type beat. Boom. You know what I mean? Just a nice low synth bass. It could even be an acoustic, like what's it called, guitar bass kind of thing. That could be a really cool section. It would be dope if you brought it in a lot earlier. I think it's just at the it's just at the end. So if you at the end of like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, if you brought it much earlier, like around here, like 50-40 seconds, that could be cool. But definitely want to add an 808 to it. This is a cool switch up, so make sure you add an 808 to that and put a nice sub bass under the main part. But yeah, super fire idea. Shout out to Chop City. Next up. Oh, I feel like we heard this one yesterday, right? I think they sent it 2 times. That's cool. Again, I think the main theme of this live stream is mixing. With this one, the drums are kind of quiet. Not like the snare, but like the kick and stuff under it, because the main piano chords are really loud. And you got like cool bass slides in the back too that are hard to hear, so just re-level it. Yeah, I like the double time switch up too. That was dope. Main thing on that would be mixing. Everything is in key and sounds good. Just gotta make sure you can hear all the instruments the way that they should be heard. I like how many different bass sounds you're using and you switch it up every now and then just to keep it really interesting. That's dope. Yeah, I really like the structuring on this one. It's pretty interesting throughout the whole beat, whether you're changing up the drum structuring or the melody or the bass sounds itself. I think you could turn the kick up a tiny bit. Also really like the strings that you brought in right there. You could give those a little bit more volume, maybe add some high end just so they have more presence in the mix as well. On to the next one. This is such a Tim type beat. That might be prison time, maybe. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the saxophone either. Yeah, no, it's doing a lot. I honestly don't really even know what to say. Yeah, this part especially gets really, really busy and a little bit confusing. Turn the saxophone down. Yeah. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Turn the saxophone down for some parts because it gets really loud, but yeah, probably the most interesting beat you'll hear today. I like the percussion movement on this one. Whatever that cowbell sound is, I like a lot. Don't think I've heard that before. It's a really cool synth bass. The one thing I would like is just a break from it. If you look at the waveform, it's literally a break the entire time. So if we could have some sort of relief from the bass and the drums just for a little bit, instead of getting blasted with audio the entire time, it would be great. But aside from the structuring, yeah, I like a lot of the sound selection, the mixing too, and the overall movement that you have with the percussion rhythms and stuff like that. A little too wide in the headphones. Yeah, I do agree with that. There are certain parts that are super, super wide. You might want to make that a little bit more narrow. Pablo's the next one, Life Without You, parenthesis, Afro, parenthesis. Life Without Aphrodite? Wouldn't be different. She never helps the police force anyway. I like those keys. I like this one a lot. Mix is also super clean. Just a nice smooth beat to listen to. This beat will go in South Africa? Okay. Flyer. Tim is not allowed to make any commentary about this beat yet. Shout out to Pablo. I think we're about to do something different. Let me just check my email again. I have 76 beats. Wait, there's one in the spam. I have 77 beats in my email right now. Are there 77 people in the live? No. So if you are here and you want me to play the beat, say something in the chat. Because like almost 80 beats in the email and most of the people aren't even here, so might as well play the people who are here. So I'll wait a second. He is capable of making beats without that lead sound. Shout out to WB. I think, yeah, this is the closest one you've had of the, how many have I feel like I've heard like 3 beats from you between today and yesterday. Definitely better sound selection. I think aside from sound selection for you to work on would be with this one specifically, making it so it's not so repetitive. You know, like it's cool for 8 bars, but then after a while it gets to be kind of the same thing over and over. So maybe do like a more simple drum pattern with less 808 hits and stuff like that. I want to send a beat. Is that in Discord? No. Shout out WB though. Definitely getting better each time. All right, let's see. Where was I at? Okay, here we go. Here's colder music, who I just saw in the chat. Let's see it. Will the beat drop be worth the wait? Interesting. There is a one note in the pluck kind of thing that sounds a little bit strange, but for the most part it's solid. Pablo is requesting an octave check. What's happening is it's not the 808. I think it's the melodies is detuned. You see how wonky that sounds right there? Boom, boom, boom. It's the note and the melody detuned. It's not the 808 though, but it is definitely making it sound weird. See how you don't hear it on this one? That one's fine, but this one's probably not. Interesting. So it might be only this one, because it doesn't happen over there. Just something to consider, so you're not sounding out of key or anything. I think it was like a cool like vinyl sample sound to it though. Tim, did you are you watching the stream, Tim? What if I said yes? Yeah, it's just that one note. Other than that, it's a solid beat. Might make the mix sound a little bit more full. And let me see who's up next. Pablo did not lie. As soon as I said that, now there's numbers. That's interesting. Might be a once in a lifetime stream where I just look for people in the chat, and if I see your name, then I'll play the beat. But like people's usernames don't match the chat names at all. Interesting. That is a link. Okay. That is not an MP3. Let's try this one. Look at that. This is cool. I'll probably go without the pitch drops and stuff, like right when the beat comes in, but it has a lot of energy. Yeah, I like the energy that it has in the drum bounce and the snare selection. Kick is definitely hitting too. But I think like pitch drops and stuff, maybe save it for like more towards the end of the beat, so we could get a listen for what the main beat sounds like without throwing it off first, and then maybe later on, if you want to do some cool tricks like that, that would be nice. How long is the queue? Like 80 beats, but we're kind of, I don't know what kind of order we're in right now, but there's not 80 people in here, so I'm kind of just going with whatever. Let's see. I like this one a lot. See, that could be sick, except it's just super, super quiet. So that vocal, turn it up a lot, put a lot of reverb on it. But I like the 808 on this a lot. But and there's a lot of things you could say about Tim right now. Yeah, I like the drums a lot. Mixing wise with the melodies and the vocal, it's just so super quiet right here. And certain parts with the drums where you really want to hear it, but it's just way down in volume. So definitely turn that up. It sounds dope though. Shout out to whoever sent that, if you're here or not. Let me see. I know I got this last one from Savannah. Yeah, I think it's the same thing as the other piece that you sent that I was talking about. Just variation with the 808 and turn up a tiny bit and you're good. Yeah, either dropping the 808 out for a few bars or doing some changes like 808 rolls. Go down 5 notes, go up 5 notes, 7 notes, 12 notes, whatever you want to do. You'll hear how the first 808 has a little lag when it comes in. I don't think I do. Yeah, no, that I'm not sure. You'll hear it after the triplet roll. What? Yeah, no, I think I'm not sure. What can I do to join it? Tim, you're done. You will never be on the police force. All right, next up. Don't. I gotta find some people. Tomas. 140 BPM, F minor. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. Let's hear this one. For this one, definitely move the 808 down. That's a Tim type. Damn it. I can't hit the... Why can't I hit that note? Anyway, yeah, move the 808 down to F. That's where the root note is. That's the note that you want to be hitting. Would definitely make it sound a lot better. I'll do the octave check to see if it's out of key or not, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, like it's in key and everything, but it's just not the root note. You said it is an F? Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Those are definitely two different pitches. So if you're saying that the 808 note visually, physically, whatever is at F in the piano roll, that means that the 808 is at a key. You have to tune it the right way so it actually plays a F when you play a F. That could be a really, really cool melody, but something's off about it. Like that specifically sounds a little bit out of time and out of key maybe, but I feel like if it's fixed, I really like the texture that it has. Yeah, that like right there. Something's going on. But yeah, shout out to the real 8X Turbo in the chat. Thank you for sending. Other than those, the 808 and the melody thing, it's a solid beat. I like what you're doing with the snares and all that stuff. And the different melodies, just as long as they're in key and in time. The 808 Police needs to expand their outreach. We do, but like I have no reliable people to actually be on the force because Tim can't handle it. Frenchie isn't very present in the force. I mean, he is sometimes. Aphrodite got hired and she literally never shows up to work. It's really just Pablo at this point. Savvy 9 is the captain. He's about to get fired because he's also never doing the work that he needs to do. So, yeah, man, tough times for the 808 Police. It's me and Pablo against the world, pretty much. See, this is why you need the 808 police. Because this is just a criminal act. We got the... What we need to do is come up with like codes for the different crimes. So like layering an 808 with a bass is code what? We have a 112. I mean, that's like on the front page of the 808 handbook. Not yet, Pablo. We should make like an actual spreadsheet and put real life like codes to call people out on the different crimes. But yeah, this one you can't layer bass with 808s like that, 'cause it clashes and gets distorted really quickly. Like over here sounds okay because it's not layered. If you do like a Google Doc or whatever, just share it with my email. There's a very specific way to do it. You just have to cut the low end out of the bass. Like if you just want the high end out of that Detroit like type bass that you have, you would have to cut all the lows out, maybe saturate the high end, put the 808 under it so it's not clashing. But no one of these 4for4. I forgot to cut the lows from the Moog. I still don't know how to say that. But yeah, like I said, this section's fine. I would just put them separate, just do the bass or just do the 808, or cut the low end out of the one bass to layer with the 808. I say that's 2 years. But yeah, other than that, solid energy. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. We got Turbo back at it again in the chat.
Fuck you, bitch.
Okay. That's, I don't even know what to say about 7-Eleven. This, it was the orchestra hit that was panned all the way in my right. I think it's my right. Yeah, I probably wouldn't pan it. I mean, personally, I won't even use the sound, but you can if you want. This part's cool. I would probably use a tighter, cleaner sounding hi-hat, like something like that. Because this one's a little bit scratchy. You have a little bit, well, let me think. I'm thinking for the snare, you could turn it down a little bit and maybe add like 10K just to give it some more presence. So it doesn't sound too dull and it sounds a little bit more sharp. But yeah, just the orchestra hit, I would probably take it out. But yeah, not bad. 808 was definitely in key this time, so shout out to you. And I know you had another one. Why do I have 0 XP? Tim, because we banned you. 3 for 3 today, though. Let's go. Thank you for sending and skipping the line, since the line, like I said, is 80-something beats. That was crazy. Hold on. We have Do you guys hear Pablo? Oh my god, wow, I did it again. I was gonna say, do you guys hear Pablo on this beat? Just like Jaden hears Eminem. Oh man. Pablo, that's a top 10 for sure. Do you guys hear Travis Scott on this beat? Because the title is E minor Travis type vibe, and the amount of beats I get that people say Travis Scott would be on this, and then it's not a Travis Scott type beat. Do you guys hear Pablo on this beat? I think it's my favorite out of the 3 that you sent, though, regardless of it not being for Travis. Like drum bounce wise and the 808s and key and everything. Yeah, like it's nice melodies too. Kendrick possibly. Sure, why not? Why not? Is that I hear my grandma on this? Mexican OT is actually a good answer. Gates as in Kevin? Bill Gates? What? Kevin. Shout out to the real 8X Turbo though, 3 for 3 today. I think the third one you definitely killed. They just got better the more that you sent. No 4 for 4 today though, but appreciate you sending and skipping the line. That's everything's going on the list today. I have to find some people though. Lucid. Okay, Andrew, I see yours. I know I had CHA. Where is that? Chars Beats, I think. I know that you skipped. I got you. Lucid though. Is your name Lucid in the email, or what should I be looking up in the email to find your beat? I got Charis up next. Got the Clicks and Pops up next though. All right, here we go with the beat called Sunset. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. Let's hear it. Oh, it's Karis. Never mind. Is this in C major? Do you have perfect pitch? Let's test that. Also, Tim, I'm sentencing you to 2 years in 808 prison. Just for talking so recklessly to the prisoners. You're going to prison yourself. Goodbye. Absolutely not C major, my friend. You missed Purity. What happened to it? You lost it? Alright, yeah, with this one, I agree with what Andrew was saying. It just needs some mixing and better sound selection. For the most part, sound selection, it could be a cool idea. But like there's a sound in there that kind of sounds like a frog. You know what I mean? And let me check the 808s. Like the kick is hitting for sure. Like you got the drum mix down. And the 808s in key. Extra points for you. Let's go. There we go. I like that a lot, the lower octave section. I think you could bring it in a lot earlier though, because it took a minute and a half to get to it. So I think if you brought that in earlier, just to have more variation, quicker in the beat would be great. Shout out to, was it Karis? Karis, maybe, I think. I gotta hear it again. Karis. That's a cool name. Shout out to you. Thank you for sending and skip the line. Appreciate you. Wow. Yeah, it's literally every time I leave FL, there's a click and a pop. I'm looking for Lucid though. Okay, I found it. There we go. But who was first, Andrew or Lucid? It was Andrew. Boom, boom, boom. 2 for 2 today. He said, bro, what? I dreamed that she, I dreamed. Okay, who do we hear though? Whoever gets the most accurate artist answer will get all the XP points. I don't actually know how to give people XP points for what they do, but whoever gets the closest answer wins. Is the vocal not out of key for the I Dream part? I don't know. Like the wow, that sounds good. I would probably just change the pitch on that, but not a big deal. Let's see, we have Kanye, 50 Cent. I don't know about that. 21 Savage, definitely not. Kanye, Key Glock, okay. Travis, Young Thug, Big X, Pusha, Nas, Clips. Interesting. I don't know what answer I want to go with. This is absolutely not a Big X. You got mad people saying Big X the plug. Someone also said Young Thug. I hope he was joking. Jid's not a bad answer. Clips and Pusha I'm not mad at though. Key Glock could work, but I think there's better fits X as bro. Come on now. Absolutely not. I can see Rod Wave outside my house. Yeah, I'll go with the people who said Clips or Pusha T, I guess. I don't hear Young Thug. Alright, that's how you know he's joking, I think. Sounds like one of whose beats. Alright. It was Lucid right after that, who just said Young Thug. Here we go. It's called Charged Up 142. Look at that waveform. Sounds very interesting. There we go. I've been wanting to hear like 808 variation for the whole stream, and I finally got it. Do we also hear Big X on this one? Taylor Swift might be the most played out joke in the producer community about, oh guys, what do you guys hear on this? And it's like mad people say, oh, Taylor Swift. Ha ha ha. Aphrodite is here. You're fired, by the way. I said, you're fired. She's like, that's all right. I like Ski Mask is the best answer in my opinion. For sure. You just won the battle challenge, whatever this is. Y'all think Ian actually? I don't want to see that name in this chat ever. But yeah, shout out to Lucid, shout out to Andrew, back to back, fire. I do agree with Ski Mask on that one though, for sure. All right, next up. My airplane impression. I gotta find some people. Boom, 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 boom. I know we had Pablo's last one. A literal psychotic break is the beat. This is a chat that respects hip hop. Hey, yep. Pablo, where's the emoji? tried to take the message away. I need this signature Pablo bass somewhere though, at some point, wherever that is. Is it here? Please tell me it's the bass. A different one. What's on Pablo's playlist? Probably Mikey So Christian. Cough, cough. Shout out Pablo. I need excuses to use this. So if you're in the chat and you got some good roasts about people's beats that's actually funny and you earn a Vine boom, let's get it. I'm only gonna use it if it's actually funny though. Next up, I think it's Thomas, right? Yes, Thomas with a rod wave type beat. Interesting. It's a rod wave type beat. It's called "Hold Me Close." It's nice melodies. I'm a little bit confused by the snare pattern. Melody is great. Definitely want to turn up that piano because even without the drums over here, we are all the way down at negative 21 decibels. Literally all the way down here. If you gave this to Rod Wave, his breathing would be louder than this piano, bro. No, you put Rod Wave. That's all you, yeah. Did you try out Gopher yet? No. I don't like a few of those 808 notes. You're one to talk. He said, "At will, take it easy." Tim, I'm taking you out of prison for that. That was hilarious. Take it easy, bud. All right, Tim's free again just for that. Yeah, this, I think the melody is great. 808 is cool too. I just really need to turn up the piano, and the snare was a little bit confusing because it's not on the 3 and the 7, but maybe that's just the bounce. But yeah, other than that, solid beat. But yeah, you killed it with the melodies. You just want to hear it a lot clearer. So you could turn it from negative 21 decibels like all the way up to like negative 6 will be much better. Something like that. No slander. It's about to be a lot of slander. Where am I? Tim, just don't mess it up though. I gotta figure out who's next. I think it is William. And then after that we got Yoel or Yoel. I still haven't figured it out. Try not to get roasted challenge starting now. Wait, what do you say about Morgan Freeman? Sounds like Disneyland for girls, says Tim. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Putting my kids to bed type. Whoa, I like that part. That was cool. Hey, it's in key. He's not going to prison for this one, at least. GTA streamer. Let's go. We all have to pause the stream for 2 seconds to give a warm welcome to GTA Trevor, who just joined out of nowhere. Are you all doing good today? He said, no, not really. Alright, I think putting the kids to bed type beat won that for sure. Shout out to William. Next up on the chopping block. Who went right after that? Yo, with a beat called 100. Wait, that's the one, right? I think you were in here saying something about that beat. Where's my mouse? Where did you go? It's the second Yoel. I think it's this one, right? Alright, yeah, it should be this one. Who's winning what? Who said that? K. Oh, K the boy said I'm winning. Yep. Next one. Alright, so far alright, to prevent myself from getting nauseous, I am gonna put it a little bit more in mono. But now it sounds a lot better. Do we get to roast this? You could roast whatever. Tim, if you could actually spell, stop being illiterate. Yeah, I like a little bit of panning, but too much can make some people feel like a little bit like dizzy. This is a nice amount though. Sounds like a 1990. What does that even mean? Sounds like a 1998 type beat. Weren't you like born in 2010, bro? I like the overall energy that it has. I would want to create variation and get away from that synth thing, because it does play the entire beat. I think your drums are strong enough that you could take the synth out and just leave it with that light vocal with the drums, with the bass, and just have it like that, and it'd be perfect just to take a break from the synth. Yeah, really the only thing I would do is just be careful with the panning, so it's not too extreme, especially for people with headphones on, because then it's just boom, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right. A little bit more mono and you're good. And just create some variation by taking the synth out. Shout out to Yoel, though. Appreciate you for sending and skipping the line. What is the line? The line is 87 beats. Moving on to the next one. I know. Ooh, there's the clicks. Can't escape it. We have WB. Oh my goodness. It's gonna crash the crash the screen, crash the stream, crash the. Actually, let me clear out these beats because it's adding to my CPU. He can't get away from that one lead sound. What is going on? I'm telling you, it's that lead. Karis, I got you up next, right after WB. Got a football scrimmage coming up. I actually like this one. Not in the Mikey So Christian server. Actually broke the stream a little bit. Shout out WB. If I was gonna change one thing, I would put that section back in somewhere. Just like cut that, duplicate it, you know, take out some drums for a little bit, because it is very drum heavy for the whole beat, and you know, patch it up, just get that guy, like, and then we go back into it, you know what I mean? Next up, Karis Beats. Scanning for viruses. Why is this taking so long? Alright, there we go. Yo, that clap is fire. Hold on. It has like a kind of metallic sound to it. That's awesome. Here though, I would probably bring the 808 back in after 8 bars of not having it. Also, yeah, bring in this melody again, just so we have a higher octave melody section to listen to. I think structuring wise, you want to keep the energy consistent without it getting too repetitive. So like when you go on breaks from like 808s, don't go too long, because like right here we kind of lose a lot of the momentum that the beat has for a long time before you pick it back up. So do your sections like this just for the variation, but then try to get back to it a little bit quicker instead of taking this whole section to get back to the main part. But yeah, definitely want to hear more of this higher octave part. That was dope. Shout out to Karis Beats. Oops. Thank you for sending and skipping a line. Appreciate you. All right, I think we're finally at Tim just sent me a crazy email. Let me download the beat though. All right, waveform check. Hold on. Tim, how am I supposed to? Oh my goodness. What other beat? How am I supposed to know this? I don't care. I like this one. That could be a placement with a handful of artists that I'm thinking about. Tim with the Atlantic glow. Exactly. Yeah. I think it could absolutely be a placement right now. What's the other one though? Send it to me again so it's at the top of my email, because I don't know which beat it is. Next up, we got Andrew's next one. Is this 3 for 3 today, I think? Also, Wavy, did you send one? I'm not mad at it. I would change that last note, but it still works. I think, yeah, you could turn the sample up a little bit. Like that nice piano sound that you hear panned is nice. You could turn that up. And then aside from that, just variation, because then, you know, we have this whole section from what, like a minute to minute 50-second ish section of pretty much the same thing. You know, so just finding some way, whether it's an octave switch or add a top line melody over it, take the drums out, you know, all stuff like that that I always talk about. Do I have connections with Atlantic Glow artists? If I did, I would not send them to you. Yeah, it's a great concept. I think just some structure and stuff to make it a little bit more interesting would definitely improve the beat a whole lot. Shout out to Andrew. 3 for 3 today. 1 away from the Wendy's 4 for 4. Up next, that just got taken out of my email. I have to track somebody down. No, I don't. That's the one. All right, Taze. Thank you for sending and skipping the line of 80 something beats. I literally made this beat 1 hour ago. Arrangement is not finished. Just the concept. Okay. I'll put this in the top 3 today. I gotta hear that again. Like up to the drop. Top 3 for sure. Yeah, that's sick. Definitely one of my favorites. Paulo posted the top 10. We didn't even finish the stream. What if there's something else crazy that happens? Let me go read it though, real quick. If you aren't a member of the Chambers community, you should be, so you could catch these funny moments in the community. Top 10 funny moments. Unthinkable drum kit. Shout out to Savannah Country. WB's tag. Tim being prohibited from making comments about international beats. I want to send beats. I want to send a beat. Is that in Discord? No. The aggressive. Yep. I hear Pablo on this beat. Gates, as in Kevin. Tim getting sent to prison for 2 minutes. Ride waves, overpowering breathing. Responding with "that's alright" to getting fired. Lovely top 10. Possibly more to come. Next up, I think the line skips are open currently. Let me get this one. We got a beat called Destiny Island.
Somebody gonna drink this milk.
Interesting. William, didn't I literally like just play your beat a second ago? I feel like I did. Is there another one you're saying? Yeah, there's a lot going on in the melody. Something sounds out of key, and the 808 feels like it's like pump faking, like it's just boom, boom, boom. I need the boom, you know what I mean? I don't even want an octave check. There's like, there's something out of key. So I think it's in the melody. How many do you think I have time for? I mean, there's over 80 beats in my email. So if you send it and you want it to get played today, you would have to skip the line to guarantee that you get played. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to get through 80 something beats by the time I'm done with the stream. Yeah, something in that melody. I'm not sure what. Scanning for viruses, blah, blah, blah. All right. I need people to get back to roasting beats, though. Absolutely is a cherry bomb type beat. Intro longer than Pablo's years? Tim, what? Perfect for the Carter 6 album. I like how creative it is, though. Very different. It's a top 10 of the funniest moments of the live stream, not top 10 3 beats. I got Taze in the top 3 though, for sure, from before. Boom, 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 boom. Who is going up next? Travis Scott intro beat idea. I bet you my life it is not for Travis Scott. Didn't we heard this yesterday, right? I think he worked on it a little bit. Still not hearing Travis Scott though. It's literally a common trope of live streams. People titling Travis Scott's like beat and it's never Travis Scott. Alright, here we go. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Was that worth the 30-second intro? What do we think? Bro, play my beat. I have to go do my homework, and I can't do my homework unless you play the beat. Bro, go play the beat. I have to go eat dinner. Bro, go play the beat. I have to go to sleep. Benjamin Cartwright, hello, how are you doing? I can see someone rapping on it, yeah. Leaves plenty of space. You want to turn it down a tiny bit so it's not too crunchy, but definitely could work with the artist. But you said it's structured for YouTube. I can't really tell where the verse is at and where the hook is at from looking at it or listening to it. So I'd probably go for more distinguished, whatever word you want to use, sections so I can figure it out. Or maybe you just want to run the whole thing with drums. That's cool too. Pablo, are you reading the chat? Oh my goodness. How many people are gonna... I kind of want to just not play any beats right now and just sit in silence. Man. I think there's... I've heard play my beat today more times than the actual amount of beats that I got in my email, which is like 90. Let me figure out where we are. Saying play my beat is not usually going to do anything. All right, DJ Ajax up next. I think I would like this one pitched down and with the 808 turned up, or use a different 808 that has more punch to it. Read KB. Who's KB? It's going to take me way too much time to find. I don't even know who that is. Oh, I found it. Yeah, I think it's cool. Maybe like 2 or 3 cents pitched down, and then maybe an 808 that has a little bit more power, like that kind of thing. Some hi-hat rolls would be great, just to add more detail to the drums with some panning, so it's a little bit more wide. Triplet rolls, half-step rolls, stuff like that. Like a snare, one of those snares in between the snares, you know, like perk stuff like that, rim shots maybe. Yeah, I like the little sections that you like that, like just a bar or two with no hi-hat, just the 808, and then you bring it back in. Those are the small details that I like to hear with structuring. So shout out to DJ Ajax. Thank you for sending and skipping the line. Keep pushing. Let me see where I was at. I know I got this one. I got other William one coming up. I had, oh, where did that go? Oh man. Did it end up in the trash? Damn, hold on. Alright, I think it's this one. You are watching a master at work. Let's see if that's true.
This is sensational.
Are we watching a master at work? I think mainly mixing wise, you got to turn the snares down, the bass, the 808. Tim, why are you contributing to the amount of people saying play my beat? I need more bass in the low end. I hear that there's something there, but it's not powerful enough. So aside from turning the snares down, getting more powerful 808, I think the guitar kind of gets a little bit repetitive, or a lot repetitive. Like that's dope. That should come a lot earlier, like all the way over here, because otherwise we're just hearing the same guitar for like back to back almost 3 minutes of it. But this part seems really cool. I would take the guitar out and just let the chords rock out. That's what I needed without the guitar. This part, yeah. Take that and pretty much sprinkle it throughout the beat so it's not just at the end, and that'll definitely make it a lot better. Okay. And next up. ChambersCourses.com, Marco. The link is in the description of this live stream if you want to have priority in any live stream, so you don't have to pay to skip the line and you don't have to wait however long, and you just get priority like Pablo and Tim and William and people like that. All you have to do is become a member of the online class. The link is in the description. Once you're a member, you could send to literally any live stream that I do, and I will play the beat without you having to wait however long or without needing to pay to skip the line. I really chill out with the cymbal. I like the percussion and the cowbell, the rim shot stuff. There's a lot of cymbal, like way too much. Lot of crashes. Pablo, I'll forward it to you right now. Let me just copy and paste the email. Boom, boom. Tim is canceled yet again. Well, actually, this isn't that bad, but sent. All right, next up. Wavy said, yeah, wait, angry, mixing, not tough, structuring. You guys really can't spell, man. Hard to read these sentences. Definitely use a different hat. So I'm hearing some weird stuff with the hi-hat, but if you use a different one, it's an easy fix. It's just very choppy sounding. It's that email is hilarious because he said he deleted that picture, but he still has it. You're not canceled. I was kidding. For that one. I mean, oh man, yeah. Just need structuring because it's literally the same thing over and over. But the energy's there. I'll just change the hi-hat. Alright. I got like 2 or 3 more. If you want to skip the line to be guaranteed to be played today, because this is live stream 2 out of 2. I was live yesterday, and tomorrow there's no more live streams this week. If you want to be played today, no matter what, now's the time to skip the line. Otherwise, I'm going to do a few more. Alright, here's the one you wanted us to play. Shout out to Tim. Always expanding his beat skill set. He used to only make West Coast, but now he's starting to do other stuff. K, I think it's K the boy. What's the first part of your email? Or is it that? Let me look it up. Wait, is that? I mean the YouTube thing says the conversion is whatever. Wait, let me actually double check that. Cuz maybe YouTube is lying. Oh, what? That's 2. Oh, never mind. I just got tricked. Where would I be without Pablo? I forgot that there was someone else who hit the super chat before you, and I thought that you sent the 10 and it wasn't. Wow, that's crazy. Honestly, I should put you in a timeout for that. Wait, what even is that? Let me see what is CZK? Czech, the Czech Republic? Czech Republic, and the check did not clear. Womp womp. Tim, no comment on what? Who is that? M. Do we have an M? Who's M? Okay, I think I see yours. Who says it's a big X type beat? We'll see if it's an actual big X type beat though. This is an actual big X type beat. Tim, did I not say shout out to you for always working on expanding on different areas of music production and stuff? Yeah, this one's great. Could bump the volume up a little bit. The only thing is that don't gets really repetitive after a while. I feel like you could take it out and let the other instruments take over for a little bit with the drums and you'd be fine, just so it's not too repetitive. Shout out to Masala King Beast in the chat. Thank you for sending. And skipping the line, killed that for sure. Great drum mix. You could just turn up a tiny bit just to get a little bit more power out of the beat. But yeah, actual big X type beat though. I have one from Pablo, and unless someone's about to skip the line, I think this is probably gonna be the last one. Wherever it is, Foolish Kyle.
Why you acting so foolish?
Does Pablo only make Afrobeat? Absolutely not. He makes a lot of stuff. Yeah, William, like class members that send me like 3 beats, bro. You sent me like 5 or 6 beats across the past 2 days. You're okay. Shout out to Pablo and Foolish Kyle. Kata Boy finally figured it out from the Czech Republic. Let's see how it sounds though. Wasn't expecting that drop for sure. That was dope. I think mixing wise, you could turn the melody down a little bit, just let the drums kind of rock out. Cause I'm trying to hear the 808 a little bit more, but like the melody is super loud, so just turn it down a tiny bit, maybe turn the 808 up barely. But yeah, great vibe, great energy. I like how the beat drop like came like out of nowhere, just very full of energy out of nowhere. You weren't really expecting it. Shout out to Katie from the Czech Republic. K the boy. I gotta figure out who's next because now people want to start sending. Let me see. But they didn't send the email with the CashApp memo. All right, if your name is Pat and you skipped the line, please let me know in the chat so I can figure out who you are and find your beat. Otherwise, I don't know which beat you sent. But if you do skip the line, just make sure you put your email in the memo so I can find you easily. Apply to old message with a gonna type beat. Thanks, boss. Okay, I got you. 4 years. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Beat called Champion. 2 for 2 today. Let's go. Grim beat. That's you. Can you let me know the beat's called Floating? Okay, let me look it up. This is nice. Definitely turn it up. I'll turn the snare up. Grim beat. Let me know what your email is. Not the full thing, just the very first part of it. However it starts. Don't put the full email though, so I can look you up because I looked up Floating and I don't think I have anything. Nah, yeah, just let me know what the first part of your email is. The rim shot has to come up a lot. The snare. Yeah, no, I'm looking for it. Grim beat. Can you forward it to my email again? I looked it up. I can't. It's not showing up in the search. But if you forward it to me, it'll be at the top of my email. Anyway, Masala King killed it with this one. I think literally the only feedback is just to turn it up. The melody's great. The drum bounce is great. I like how much variation there is in the melody. It's really just turn the overall beat up and then individual instruments, specifically the snare, the rim shot, maybe the bass could come up too. Great sound selection too, I would say. All the instruments really work well together. Where's that? I got Z9. I don't know what an audio interface is. Sounds interesting. Alright, that's gonna be jail time. Audio interface, you plug your headphones and mic speakers on this? To what? Audio interface? You plug your headphone? What do you mean by what are you guys talking about?
See, learn what you cooking.
See, the melody here is cool. That is a decade in prison though, for sure. Just in time for Grim Beats email to come in. You may have sent it to the wrong email and that's why I couldn't find it, but that's okay. It's all good. Yeah, this is a decade for the 808 being out of key. The melodies over here sounded alright. We're talking about an audio interface like UAD Apollo Twin. What's a UAD Apollo Twin? Is it like a keyboard you could use? Audio interface is a piece. What? Apollo Twin? That sounds like a spaceship, bro. Alright, yeah, no, that's done. That's life in prison. Never mind. We had to bump that up. No more decade. That's life. This is Grim Beat. Another one that's solid, but I think, yeah, it's the main theme of the live stream with almost every single beat has just been mixing. Definitely could turn that bass up, fill up all that low end space. I didn't know what the joke. People are always ruining the jokes in the chat. He said lock in. Yeah, man, come on. Like that, closer to that, because look at how thin it sounds now. But yeah, aside from the bass being lifted, I think it's pretty good. I like this break from the drums. I like the vocal. Clip my 808. What will make the difference? I do that. Oh, you gotta put it in key, bro. Dude, bro, if people don't get the joke, don't go DMing people jokes. I need Frenchie in here so we could comment above someone's comment and be like, the joke. That was one of that was genius. I think that's it. Unless I'm missing something. Alright. No, I am missing something. I almost forgot. Well, we got Run It Up Donnie out of nowhere. Used to be in a lot of live streams, but he's gonna take us out. Let's go. If it would download. Here we go. Here we go. Just the bass, yeah, for the most part. Everything else was solid. Great job keeping the 808 in key. I think what I'm hearing is a kick polarity thing. I think some of the kicks hit, but some of them sound a little bit weak with the 808. So reverse the polarity of that kick on certain notes with the 808 if it sounds kind of weak. And then when you reverse the polarity and then you play it again, it'll fix the problem for sure. So just try that out. Some added high end to the snare would be great, just to make it a little bit more sharp sounding. Make a better joke next time. It's crazy. Shout out to Donnie. I like that perk loop in the back. It fills up a lot of space without doing too much. That's nice. Why are we screaming in all caps? Takes away the punch for the 808. If you sidechain, yeah, low key. I mean, I've never sidechained for trap. You can do it if you want, but I usually just figure out with the kick polarity, or I don't use a kick because the 808 is powerful enough. But whatever you want to do. Shout out to everyone sending beats. Shout out to that guy who sent me $2.31 from the Czech Republic. Shout out to Pablo for making the top 10. Shout out to Savannah Country for saying Unthinkable Volume 2 drum kit. And yeah, one more Vine Boom. See you guys. How many people in queue? Probably a lot. It's gonna reset though for the next live stream, as it usually does. I do Monday, Tuesdays, and then the line resets. So the line is about to reset. If you want to get on the list early, make sure that you're in the community or paying attention to the YouTube community. I post in the community first though, letting people know when I'm going live and when to send the beat to get it early on the list. So yeah, see you guys. Peace. And I'm still here. Hold on. They don't want me to leave, I guess. Oh wait, I forgot I had something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.